Hello everybody, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. It seems that you agree with me that we don't really need to see another flight out to the moon again. So I will go ahead and do that one off camera, but quickly before I do, I just want to grab a quick crew report. No, I don't really need it, but that should count for this contract here. All I have to do is bring it back now, so that should be fine. Okay, that out of the way, let's go ahead and cut this, and I shall come back once I'm in orbit of the moon. Or if something goes wrong along the way. But I'm sure it'll be at orbit of the moon. See you soon. Okay, welcome back. We are now in lunar orbit. I did have to stage to my lander a little bit earlier than I intended, but I'm sure we got enough fuel to get down and then get back home again. Right? I mean, surely. We'll see. Anyway, first things first, I did not check what the shortcut for extending my landing gear was, so I am just going to quickly go to my settings, and hopefully there's a keyboard shortcuts. No, there isn't. Oh dear. Okay, looks like I'm going to have to manually do it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can manage that. That'll do. Right, yep. That'll do just fine. And in fact, I could just leave it open right now because there's no atmosphere in the moon, so that's not going to interfere with my ability to land this thing at all. But sod it. Okay, so to land it, I need to find, if I can, a relatively flat spot somewhere near my periapsis, because that's the most fuel efficient point to bring this down, to bring the periapsis down until it reaches lunar surface. And I am not seeing any obvious candidates, so I'll just go for right at the actual periapsis itself. So let's go ahead and tell old Jebediah, isn't it, in here? I can't remember who's in here. Jebediah, yeah. Tell old Jebediah to go ahead and point himself retrograde for the rest of this flight. And then once we get to apoapsis, I can go ahead and start burning to bring this periapsis down. Once it gets to the lunar surface, then we'll be fine, and we can just work on making sure we don't hit the moon too fast. Whee! Quickly flipped around. Okay, 1 minute to apoapsis. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. So we don't need to drop this by much. Only 15 kilometers, well, 16, nearer to 16. So it shouldn't take too long. So I'm just going to do the burn once I'm on apoapsis. Don't need to worry about burn time too much. Just get that periapsis down to the surface. Okay, 30 seconds. Let's speed this up a tiny bit. Okay, that's about 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burn! And that'll do more than do it. Okay. I was a little enthusiastic there, but that's fine. Okay, I'm on the dark side of the moon, so this is going to be an interesting shot, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit my thrust limiter on this and take it down to about 50%, because as I just demonstrated, I don't need that much power on this engine to affect myself around the moon's gravity. So that's going to be a pretty simple job. Let's go back to regular stability assist now. And looks like I'm going to be coming down. Okay, that's a relatively flat bit. Flattish. I can work with that. I'm happy with that. We're coming down on the dark side of the moon, which is generally considered not the correct way of going about a lunar landing, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Okay, let's go ahead and toggle the landing gear now. So, we're coming down. And again, I want to toggle my speed display to surface so that I can see how fast I'm coming down. And let's go ahead and walk a little bit closer to my actual landing on the moon. And then we will get ready to slow ourselves down at the appropriate time. I want to be hitting the surface, well, as slowly as possible, really, but I consider about 10 meters per second to be acceptable speed. So what I'll do is once I start mainly coming down, I'll start bleeding off some speed. Because at the moment I'm going still fairly horizontal. So I'm going to have to deal with that. So probably once I'm about here, I'm going to start bleeding off some speed. Aiming to bring it into a more vertical landing. Okay, that's getting a little bit too fast. Yep. Okay, so I want to be facing sort of this way. And basically what I want to do is I want to chase this to the vertical point on the nav ball. And the way to do that is to be on the other side of it from where you want it to go. What's my altitude? Actually, let's be wary of that. Okay, I think once I get to about 10 kilometers, I'll start bleeding off my horizontal speed and start working on pure vertical. Okay, I'm creeping a little bit further from where I want it to be. Okay, let's time warp a little bit more. Get closer to that 10,000 mark. Okay, 12,000. 11,000, okay, let's slow it back down. Get ready to bleed off my horizontal speed. And that's good enough. Let's go ahead and start bleeding off some speed. Okay. I expected, but I'm sure I can manage with this. Using up a fair bit of fuel despite my best efforts. Right, let's start pushing that a little over towards vertical there. There we go. Okay, there we are. I'm on the line I want to be on. And now we are just... Okay, stop. That's pretty damn good. Now, I'm mostly watching this speed, and I just want to keep it from getting too fast. So, if it goes over about 50 meters per second, I'll just give it a squirt of throttle just to slow her down a touch. So, let's give her a little bit squirt. There we go. Okay, that's bringing our speed down. Actually, I think I need to bring it down a little bit faster than this. Ah, no, sticky keys! Go away! Okay, let's bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Wrong button. Goddamn sticky keys. Go away. Okay, we're below 10 meters per second. Okay, this is still counteracting the force of gravity, but it's bringing us down nice and slow. I'm not gonna have enough fuel to get home! Oh well. I'm getting to the moon. That's the important thing. And we shall see what happens, how close to home I can bring her when the time comes. Okay, at some point I'm going to have to slow it down a little bit more, because I've still got a couple of kilometers to bleed off. And it's going to take way too long if I have too much throttle. So let's keep it like this. Keep it around 10 meters per second or so. Until I'm nice and close. Oh, it won't let me time it. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. In fact, I'm probably being a bit fuel inefficient here, so let's just shut her off for the time being. Whoa! Okay. That... Oh. Oh, whoops. I was looking at the wrong damn thing. I thought that ground was coming up a little fast. Okay. Well, mistakes were made. Which means I'm going to have to come back again. But lessons were learnt as well. So, let's go ahead and do what we came here for at any rate. Let's take that data and let's go. We came to the moon. Let's have a little fun before we go. Woohoo! So here we are. Jebediah Coburn is on the moon. You can jump. Whee! You can run around. You can do whatever he damn well pleases. Except leave. That's the one thing he can't do. Okay, well, I can even tell him to run if I want to, but if I can remember the command. No, I can't remember the command. Okay, fair enough. Well, look at your stricken craft, Jebediah, and despair. Well, we came here for a reason, and one of those reasons was to plant a flag. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. We have ourselves a flag. Site name. Whoops. Flag test. Here lies the site of the first lunar landing attempt. Things did not go as planned. There we go. Okay. We have planted our flag upon the moon. This moon now belongs to Kerbin-kind, Kerbal-kind even. It is a territory of Kerbin forevermore, and yeah, well, we did what we set out to do. Let's face it. I was tasked by the president of Kerbin to put a Kerbal on the moon, and I have done that. Strictly speaking, he never actually mentioned anything about bringing him back. Though, you know, probably should have done. So yeah, I have actually done this, this mission actually, technically. Explore the moon, land on the moon, and walk the surface of the moon. I have done that. It didn't actually say anything about coming home. Amusingly enough. I've just, yeah. So, yeah, hang tight, Jebediah. Help will be coming. Eventually. Not sure when, exactly. Because, you know, there's the, minor issue of me figuring out how to build a rocket that'll actually land on the moon without running out of fuel. And then be able to come home, and of course it's got to have... Ooh, I can see through the moon. That's a neat trick. And then it's got to, you know, do all of that with a spare seat in the command pod, and yeah. This'll take a little bit of tweaking on Thunderbird 3, methinks. But I'm sure I can do it. Just in the next episode, I think. Hope you all enjoyed. Jebediah, hope he enjoyed it. Hope he likes the moon, because he's going to be spending some time there. Thank you for watching, and until next time,